Okay. Hello, my name is Yasmin. Welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday at 3:40 and I haven't done anything. Nothing remotely productive, but I need to. I have homework due tonight and I need to meal prep and I need to do laundry and clean my room. So just come along with me to turn this unproductive Sunday productive. Because we still have time. The sun hasn't even set yet. So first thing I'm gonna do for meal prep, I'm making a rack of ribs and rice. So I'm gonna eat on that all week, hopefully. And that's gonna be a long process because I'm making it in the oven. I'm not gonna show you the recipe, but like if you want a rib recipe, sure, but I will show you like me putting it in the oven and then no, not yet. I have to let it sit for an hour with the dry rub, and then during the hour I should do for sure one homework assignment and probably half of another homework assignment, and then put that in the oven and then do my laundry, clean my room, and do another homework or finish the homework. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get right into it. This is my setup. I have this giant tinfoil. You just take two pieces and fold them over. If in case you never knew that, I have my mustard. That's gonna be like the bind for the rib rub. I made this last night. If you don't know what it is, well, it's rib rub. And then I'm going to wash this, cut the membrane, dry it, mustard seasoning, and then I'm gonna let it sit for an hour. Did make a little snack, some berries, yogurt, chocolate chips, and then I made a little tip, and I'm just going on my portal and pulling up the 2 assignments. I love my class. It's a it's a writing 2 course, and we're focusing on indigenous people across the states. Well, North America, South America, the Americas, but the teacher has us do like these self-care moments where it's literally incorporated into our grade, 10% every week. It's only 100 words, but we have to do 100 words of journaling every week, and that is 10% of our grade. And then the other assignment, that should take like 10 minutes, not even. And then the other assignment is reading this reading. I'm not sure exactly what it's about, but okay, settler colonialism's impact on the Americas. That's just the reading. It's very it's an excerpt, very broad, but that's what it's about. And then we're going to be reading it, taking notes, coming up with critical thinking questions, and then answering our own questions about the paper that we read. Okay, so I did just finish my self-care little writing. It has to be 100 plus words. I think I said I got like 150, but I said yesterday, Valentine's Day, 2 people from my past, this is peak oversharing on the internet, so you're welcome. 2 people from my past reached out to me and asked if I wanted to hang out with them and catch up. I politely declined both of their offers because lately I have been working on not accepting people back into my life just because it is what they want. I have to sit back and seriously consider why I would want to reconnect with them before jumping into any kind of relationship with them. Again, I don't have any ill will for either of them, but as my form of self-care this week, I consciously chose to leave people from the past in the past. Maybe I don't give myself enough credit, but my old self would probably have been jumping at joy that these people reached out. I would have. I'm now very proud of how easy it felt to say no and move the fuck on. Because it did. It felt easy to be like, no thank you, bye. One of them, it was pretty much like, no thank you, and that was it. And then the other one, we just had like small talk, just like, oh, how are you, blah 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 blah, which is fine. Like that, I'm not in a strictly no contact thing with either of them. There is one ex where it's strictly I do not answer, or I do not answer under no circumstances. But these two, like, I don't have that kind of rule or anything. But do I go hang out with them? No, you know? One of them, I don't mind checking it. Like, I do want to know if he's okay generally, but nothing more than that. And I never really initiate the conversation. Okay. That's enough oversharing. Because I need to work on my other assignment. I think I have 15 minutes left on the dry rub sitting in the fridge, and then I'm gonna put apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, and honey or maple syrup. I don't know yet. The next thing I'm gonna do is read this excerpt. Is that how you say it? Excerpt? Not an excerpt, because there's a P. Anyways, it's from Indigenous Communities and Settler Colonialism, Land Holding, Loss, and Survival in an Interconnected World. Edited by Zoe Laidlaw and Alan Lester. So it's literally only 5 pages of reading, so it should be super fast. I'm going to take notes, and then once I'm done reading, taking notes, I'm going to go put the ribs in the oven. And also I decided to do more meal prep because I might as well. I'm going to make some like chia seed puddings with fruit and chocolate, honey, make a couple of those just so I have something like quick, good snacks throughout the week, so I don't have to worry about making them. I can just go in and eat them. Yeah, you know why people meal prep. Okay. So I took a little bit of notes because it really was not much reading at all. I'm out of breath. But I said, or some notes that I took were, it's basically about the history of Native American land loss equals or is the history of the Potawatomi people. Potawatomi. And they were forcibly removed from the Great Lake region, and they endured dozens of removals, some being like a family or two, and others being mass amounts of people. And in their attempts to rebuild, they utilized coping strategies that blended resistance and accommodation. A lot of, here, it says here somewhere, let me see. Ariel in the sky. Okay. It says many of these individuals wanted the social status and assurance of protection against encroachment by Euro-American settlers. that private land ownership promised. I think that ties into the accommodation. Like, they had literally no other option besides to accommodate or go along with what they were given, because it's either that or they'll probably threaten you. They being the Euro-American settlers will either kill you or your whole family or all of the above, you know? Like, when you're not given many options, when it's like a lose-lose, you have to choose what's best for you, for your lineage. And imagine being put in that position where you have to choose what's best for yourself currently and think about your future people. Like, crazy. And then it was saying allotment was only successful for a small portion of the tribe and can generally be classified as a failed policy. I did need to go in and define allotment because I do have a general idea, but I just want to write it defined in my notebook. So, you know when like you know what a word means, but that doesn't mean you can go and like give a definition of that word in order for other people to understand? That's the moment that I'm having. Like, I know what allotting means, like allotting people space, time, land. Did I just do? Anyways. So the amount of something allocated to a particular person. That's literally, okay, I do know what it means. But I'm still going to write down that exact definition. That's basically a failed policy. So now I have to think of a critical thinking question. That's going to take me a moment. I'll come back when I've thought of something. Okay, here's how it's looking so far. I just put a brown sugar and maple syrup sauce on top. It's literally just brown sugar, maple syrup. And then I have some butter on top. And then first, when I did the dry rub, I did a tint. But now I'm going to wrap it really close. I'm also about to put some rice in the rice cooker. It has cilantro, onion, garlic, butter, salt, lemon, lime, onion powder, garlic powder, chicken bouillon. So there's a lot in here, so it better taste good. And then also the ribs they have an hour left, and they will have been in the oven for a total of 3 hours. So I did come up with a question for the reading, but I can do better. Like, it's not that great of a question. So I'm gonna go in and read the reading again and then see if I can like come up with a question, like come up with the answer to the question first and then make up a question with that answer. So like basically read it and write about a specific topic and then come up with a question for that specific topic that answers what I wrote about, if that makes any sense. But actually I think I made my little drinky poo. So good. It's 100% cocoa powder, honey, cinnamon. It's mostly water, but a splash of oat milk and a splash of heavy cream. It's so good. But I think I'm actually gonna separate my laundry into a couple piles and then start my laundry and then come back to the question, because it is 7:46 and this isn't due till 11. I'll just say 11 to give myself like a better deadline so I don't procrastinate too much. Okay, I'm gonna drink this, probably scroll on TikTok, and then start my laundry. Here. Okay, it is a 11:34, and I finished my last assignment. So the question I came up with is the excerpt. I don't know how I have so much trouble with that word. The excerpt states, quote, allotment was only successful for a small portion of the tribe and can generally be classified as a failed policy, end quote. How might the allotment be deemed successful? The how might the allotment be deemed successful was like the main thing that I asked, and I just like went into how well, I started off with it is my opinion, because it could be like opinions based response. It is in my opinion that stating allotment as successful is somewhat paradoxical, blah 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 blah. But I did mention how I said I can only imagine that this might feel like a win for someone who would have just experienced the ethnic cleansing and ecocide of their people and land. Like, imagine you just experience the ethnic cleansing of your people, but the Euro-American settlers are like, well, I can give you some of this land. It's like you have nothing, but then they're like, here's this little thing for you. So someone might consider that a success. But I only said for a small number of people for a period of time. Like, I do generally believe that it is a failed policy. Yeah, I did like 250 words, and it was supposed to be 200 plus, so we're good on that. And I did like talk about more stuff, of course, but I kind of asked how might it be deemed successful, so I could answer like how it was not successful, you know. I hope that's okay. But it was just supposed to be like make up a question and answer it, like kind of stream of consciously. So I did put one load of laundry in, and it's definitely done by now, so I have to do another. But I low-key think I'll fall asleep before my jeans. I'm gonna have to keep out my one pair of jeans that I'm wearing tomorrow, and I need to wake up at like 7 so I can head to school super early and work on a project before my class, my 12 p.m. class. So I should be there from like, I don't know when to when, but I have a busy day tomorrow. I need to pack lunch. Okay, let's do my laundry and pack lunch. Over my laundry, but I look crazy. But I'm gonna add, this is the bag of treats. I'm going to add some kisses. Oh, okay. 4. And I'm just gonna throw these at the bottom of my lunchbox because nothing gets me through the day like a sweet treat. Genuinely. This is what my lunch looks like. Cucumbers, the rice I made, and the ribs. It is giving bougie, but that's the whole reason why I meal prep, so I can be so I won't be hungry, because if I'm hungry I genuinely cannot like retain information being taught, and I feel like I might as well make my school day as enjoyable as possible, and meal prepping helps. I recommend meal prepping. And then also in the morning I don't have to worry. I just have to take it from the fridge, put it in my bag, done. So I did my skincare and I put my hair in braids. Braids are such a hit or miss for me, but I did wet them a little and put product, so fingers crossed, because I do not have time tomorrow morning to do my hair. Now I'm gonna bring, should I bring my backpack? Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna bring my backpack as opposed to my messenger bag. My messenger bag is so much cuter, but I love Miss Jansport, and in her we're gonna put a claw clip because I have a feeling I'm gonna need that tomorrow because I can't be in the workshops without my hair being up. I'm gonna put my notebook that I did all my notes in, and this is my like catch-all notebook for every single class. It goes in here. I just label it accordingly. This is my ecosystem. So this is my pencil bag. I have all my pens, glitter pens, paint pens. This is my journal, my everyday journal. I like got a little cut on my finger, but yeah, I write one page every single day, and lately at night I've been too tired to do it, but I really do not want to let go of this habit. I've been really good up until recently, so I'm gonna bring it with me in my backpack because when I'm at school, like, I have time to do this. And then my everyday planner. Is there anything I can cross off? Let's see. Aerials in the sky. Okay. I did make my ribs. And I did my reading 200 words, writing 100 words, and I did my meal prepping. And do I need to write anything for tomorrow? I don't think so. Tomorrow I have to do 10 sketches for a concept for my class. 10 sketches is a lot. Like, usually professors, actually no, I had one professor ask for like 50, 20, so 10 is, I'm tripping. 10 is not that much, but it is difficult to think of that many ideas for one concept, like off rip. But I think the key is to literally, I put a timer like 1 minute, and I have to get at least some kind of sketch down in 1 minute, and then move on again. And then I can go back from those like literal concepts of sketches and work from there. Easier said than done. But where was I going with that? I don't know. Oh, I do have to finish my laundry tomorrow because I will forget about it in the dryer. So let me write that down. And yeah. And it has goals Like, I love my current ecosystem. Aerials in the sky. Yeah. That's about it. But another reading that was really good, this is for a different class, but it's Decolonization is Not a Metaphor by Evan or Eve Tuck, probably Eve, and K. Wayne Wang. That was a really good reading. Decolonization, Identity, Education, and Society, Volume 1, page 1 through 40. Super good reading. Super good reading. And then also Being Indigenous, Resources Against Contemporary Colonialism by Tayaki Alfred and Jeff Corntassel. Yeah, those are just some readings that I really like about settler colonialism, indigenous people from the States. I think one of them talks about people from Canada, indigenous people. Anywho, it is now 1 a.m. and I need to go to sleep. Don't mind my dishes. Sometimes I get like nervous to lay down in bed because when I know that I need to be up in the morning and I know that I need to sleep like right now, I get nervous because I'm like anticipating me laying there not being able to sleep when I know I need to sleep. Like that anxiety. Anxiety is no joke. Like, anyways, I'm just stalling now. Thank you for coming along with me on my productive Sunday night. And I hope everyone has a good week. I hope everyone had a good Valentine's as well. Thank you. And come again for my next video. Bye.